Hey everyone, so this video is going to walk through the process for creating video content with any of your employees using the Martech platform. So to give you a look at some of the content our clients are creating using the platform, I've got this great example on TikTok from Sanofi. And it's a day in the life of one of their graduates who's in China for placement. So he's recording all of this footage via the Martech app, but on his personal phone. So great way to get like really immersive and interesting content without having to be there in person as the employer branding team, which is not always possible. And another example from IBM with some of their graduates in Latin America talking about tips for a great internship or a great graduate career at IBM. So I'm going to jump next to the admin view. So this is what you're going to see as the employer branding team or the admin who is managing the kind of content creation process and the advocacy process. So we're going to start off in Story Builder. And then we're going to say, okay, what kind of video topic do we want to create? So I'm going to do, say, culture, and then I'm going to choose individual video. And then up here, I'm going to basically type in a headline. So how is the culture at IBM, for example? And then we're going to click AI Suggest, and the platform is going to build out more trending headlines and topics that we can send to the employees to answer. So as you can see, creates a bunch of great options. So let's just say that one looks good. And then we're going to click create new. So the platform's actually using our audience research that's looking at, okay, what topics will actually resonate with specific talent groups externally based on career, I guess, progression, like are you grad or senior, or their domain, like, you know, what's interesting for software engineers versus salespeople and so on. And it's also going to be questions that are interesting for your employees to actually talk about, which is obviously really important when it comes to trying to get employees to create content and get excited about it. So as you can see, the platform creates a lot of suggested questions. I can select whichever ones I like. I can edit these questions, or I can add in some additional custom questions. But once I'm happy with my selection, I'm going to click next, and then we're going to select which employees we're going to send these questions to. So I'm going to just pick Ash in this case, and click next. We've got a summary page, and then we can click submit. So that's it for the admin for building the topic in question. Next, I'm going to jump to how it is for the employee when it comes to answering that. So they've got two options. One, they can you can send them a magic link essentially where they can get access to the questions without having to log in to a platform or an app, and that's going to look something like this, where they'll say, okay, they'll click, and it can be on desktop or on their phone, but they'll just get direct access to those questions, and they just record their answers right here and then send them back to the employer branding team for editing. The second option is going to be using the Martech app, which again is really easy to do, and it's a great way if you are trying to get employees maybe who are not, you know, at their desk all day, and you want to get them to, you know, capture some B-roll and that sort of stuff. It's a great way to do it. So this is what the Martech app is going to look like. The employee will, again, just go into it. They'll see the stories or the questions they've been assigned. And then from here, they can hit record and they can answer the questions like this. Or if you're like, hey, actually show us around your office, they can flip the camera and they can show you around like that Sanofi example and get some B-roll and whatever else. So really kind of easy, quick way for employees to actually record their answers. And then once they're finished, they're obviously going to send the footage back to you as the admin, and then we need to edit it to get it, you know, ready to share externally. So that's what I'm going to show as the very last piece. So again, I've got a better example of some employee videos here. So that's how they look when they come back from your employees. And then we're going to choose edit video, and then it's going to pull up our Creative Studio, which is basically our video editing solution within the Martech. So from here, I can add in any elements that I would need. A lot of our clients, most of our clients are large multinationals, pretty stringent brand guidelines, etc. So music, font, intros, outros, B-roll, anything you would need to add to your video to get it ready to share on external channels is included here. But it's still designed to be easy to use and not too cumbersome. Again, employer branding teams, talent teams in general are generally super busy and doing lots of different things. So we wanted to make this process as easy as possible to create really authentic and quick content from your employees. A couple of things to mention as well, you know, you can add in automatic captions as well, which is often important. So in this case, the employees are speaking Spanish, but I've got the captions set up in English. But the platform does support like 75 different languages that you can do. And then again, I can like reframe and zoom in and have transitions. So kind of all the stuff you would expect from a platform like this. And then once you're happy with this version, you can click export and download the video file. Or if you click save to story, it's going to then enter the approvals process, which is important for most companies. And you can say, okay, here's the people in the business who need to approve this content before I can share it externally. And then here's the video, the edited video I've just done that I want them to approve. And then they'll receive a notification and they can approve it or give some feedback until it's ready to go. And then once it is finished, it gets marked as published and it's going to move into your library. And that's where you can start distributing it onto any of the channels that you need to.